Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our podcast.
Today we're covering the first season of the new anime, Fire Force.
Based on the manga by the creator of Soul Eater, Fire Force shows a world where pyrokinetic people are real and a superhuman firefighter force is formed to deal with supernatural fire incidents known as Infernals.
Yes, and didn't know that it was a manga already. Only heard about it on Funimation's YouTube channel. They had a trailer for the show quite a while back. And from the trailer or the teaser, it already looked really interesting. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's firebenders. It's a firebending show. So I immediately wanted to see it. And then it started airing on Toonami.
Yeah.
Got to see the first episode from the beginning. So it was really great to see it. And first, wasn't really sure about it because they had to explain the world that is being set up for this show. But then once you got used to that, you had your mystery and the conflict and stuff, really wanted to see more.
Yes, definitely. The first couple of episodes did take a little getting used to, but once we got into it, we knew that we wanted to stay with it. I mean, really after the first episode, we knew we wanted to see the second. We just weren't sure about it on a whole, but after the second, we were like, yeah, we got to see it. Immediately, Shinra is a likable character, even though they call him the devil, even though he's got these powers where the fire comes out of his feet, and he's got what becomes known as an Adola burst. And he has these teeth that are jagged, and he smiles when he's nervous. Right, and he smiles when he's nervous. You still like him. He's just a really likable character. And as the story progresses, the first few episodes, you get to know more of, is it Company 8?
Yes.
Yeah, you get to know more of Company 8 and the different characters that are there. And you've got some really weird and odd characters that are inhabiting this firehouse.
Right? And each one you meet is even like just crazier or weirder than the last. I think the only one normal is the captain.
Yes.
Who really is normal when you get further into the show. Like, oh, you're like the most normal guy here. Everyone else got an issue.
She's a badass, but she always falls into these strange positions onto Shinra.
Right, and then we actually read like the first volume of the manga, which was like heavily changed for the anime.
And this is very calm fan servicing compared to the manga itself.
Correct.
Personally, it doesn't bother us. It's just a part of it. It doesn't distract from the story, take away from the story, or make it any less powerful or entertaining. It's just something that happens, and you just keep going.
Right.
Sometimes, though, it's funny.
Right. And sometimes it happens at the weirdest times. Like, Lily just be talking or something, and all of a sudden, bam, bam, and it's like, I wasn't even near you! and it's like I don't know what they call the condition, is where you accidentally have it's like inappropriate scenes by accident, and she can't help it. It just happens, and it's like some weird, I guess a weird trope almost for the show, or it actually happens in other shows, and it's hilarious. And there are times he's like, "Look, I really don't want to do this right now." He said, "I wasn't even near you. How did you even do that?"
Right. Well, he joined the Fire Force. One, so he could help people, which is what he really wants to do. And two, he's looking for his brother Sho. And our biggest surprise is, of course, we learned that Derek Snow voices Shinra. But we also learned in the latter part of this season that his brother Sho is voiced by Justin Briner.
Deku!
And he sounded nothing like Deku, so we were really surprised when we learned this. And we also learned another character, Takeshi Hinoa, is voiced by Christopher Whitecamp, who also does...
what's his name? It's slipping my mind.
Aizawa.
Okay. I don't know why I'm thinking Chuck Hoover, but that's Kurogiri. It's the wrong guy.
So these are some nice surprises that we didn't expect, and the cast is really great. The English dub voiceover cast, they're fantastic. Every voice fits every character. The emotions come through. Every innuendo that's supposed to be there is there. Every delivery is fantastic. This is an absolutely great show. And as you mentioned, the same people that produced
Soul Eater,
which we are watching right now. So once we finish Soul Eater, we will do a podcast on it as well.
Right.
But we see so many and hear so many of the voice actors doing voices in Soul Eater.
And the references, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
you can tell a lot of the stuff. If you watch both shows, you can see where the stuff from Soul Eater is in here, especially with the designs and the craziness and stuff is all borrowed from there.
Right.
But still set in another completely separate universe.
Right, absolutely.
And as the show goes on, at the recording this podcast, season 1 has finished. Mm-hmm. And we know there's obviously got to be a season 2 coming because there's still things left unanswered. Mm-hmm. And the manga, I think, is coming to an end as of recording this in like a few months, unless it's already ended by the time this goes up. Mm-hmm. And it's really weird because considering like you just started this and all of a sudden, oh, the series is ending. I'm like, how is it ending? We just started, and you had to get used to that because so much already actually happens with season 1. There's no really any filler episodes. If there are, they don't feel like it.
No, definitely.
There's still something pertaining to the plot. What happened with Shinra's family? You know, what really happened 12 years ago was the Adola burst, and then you got these cloaked figures they call themselves the evangelists,
and you also have the nuns,
right,
who are not nuns like you were used to seeing or hearing in our universe.
Right.
We don't want to give away too much because there's so many spoilers that could be given out during this podcast.
Yeah, it's a little hard.
Giving you like the basics, and we really encourage you to watch this on Toonami. If you have Xfinity or you have AT&T Uverse, then you can go to On Demand and catch up on this series beginning at season 1. They're all there.
Right.
I should mean not season 1. Episode 1 of season 1.
Well, yeah. And also Crunchyroll too if you have that subscription, because some of these people like to, do simul dubs where they're released at the same time as on TV, whether here or Japan or something.
Right.
And you definitely got to mention she called herself Princess Hibana, yeah, and I didn't even know that was Klinkenbeard doing her voice. I'm like, she kind of familiar.
She sounds totally different.
Right, that's why I didn't even recognize her, because we've heard her so much on My Hero Academia. Couldn't believe it was her when we saw the end credits, and we were like, wow, she pulled off a whole nother voice. And what's funny is that she kind of reminds you a little bit of, what do we call it? Meet Me on Food Wars so much. It's like, you sure it's not? You sure you're not working on that too at the same time? Because as it goes on, you get to do some of these other companies, and each company has their own way of handling the fires, and they have different leaders, and they're all like vastly different from each other. And for her, it's like she was very dominant. That's the best I can say until she, comes in contact with Shinra, and then she falls for him, and it's hilarious how it just changes from how you see her the first appearance to episodes after this arc with I think it's called Company 5.
Yes.
Yeah, the Company 5 ends, and how it ends it's just hilarious.
Now we also want to mention some other great English dub voice actors. Kyle Phillips, Rico Fajardo, one more.
We already mentioned Colin Klinkenbeard, so I guess Eric Vale, who's Arthur.
Yeah, but there's one more. Let me think.
Let's see. There's lots.
Sarah Roach.
Okay.
Sarah Roach. She also does a voice in Dr. Stone.
Oh, yeah.
So, I wanted to mention her.
And, definitely can't forget, unfortunately, Arthur. Who thinks he's a knight and he's an idiot.
Well, his power, his ability to use his power comes from how realistically he believes he's a knight. If his belief is strong and he's really convinced, then his blade is very strong and it's like Excalibur, you can't defeat him. But if anybody is able to antagonize him or get him to believe that he's not all that, then his blade grows weaker, and so do his powers, and then they kick his ass. So it's very important that Arthur thinks all the time that he's in battle that he is a knight on the round table. Otherwise, he's going to be DOA.
Right.
You definitely have to know that. So
it's
not he's delusional, but for some reason, that's the way his power works. And I think that's based on a group that he actually belongs to. They also have the same abilities that depend on them fully believing they are capable of being a knight.
Right.
Hopefully next season we'll get to see more of that explained and more of his backstory and the backstory of that group in season 2.
Right. So if you haven't seen Fire Force, like we said, it's really good because didn't expect it to be this level of craziness, but you should. It's anime and it's Funimation, and they've done some really great anime adaptations of mangas for like Fullmetal Alchemist, My Hero Academia, and lots of other shows that we've grown to really love, and of course the rest of the country has loved.
Now, I could easily see this being done as a live action because of the subject matter, because it's dealing with fire people in the future.
Right, yeah, this is easy.
And you could easily do a lot of digital representations of the beings and the fires and stuff that are here. I could see that easily being done. Now, also I want to mention that there's a lot of plot twists, a lot of surprises, and one thing I really want to mention that's not a spoiler is in the end, like the last 5 episodes are battles between Company 5 and the evangelists and other people who are not on the side of good, they're on the side of evil.
Mm-hmm.
So really those last 5 episodes are just exciting, and when you have to wait to see the next episode, you're like, dang it, gotta wait till next week. But since it's completed, you will be able to
watch one after the other, right?
Binge watch, and when you get to those last 5, you can immediately go from one to the other, and you don't have to wait to see what happens next week, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the point of this easily being done as a live action movie, really, Netflix, that would be great. But if you can do a better job than you've done on all your other live action, it should be easy with this, because it's like an anime that's a future anime based in an unlikely universe, but it's realistic in terms of our universe.
Right.
You have firemen, you have people that go and risk their lives to save other people. You got people that really want to be heroes just to save people. You got people who are battling others or beings or people who are not looking out for the best interest of other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean by it's really based in a way that this particular anime could easily be translated into a live action movie.
Right.
So hopefully that will come.
Right.
And when they dub it, because we know they're going to put a lot of Japanese actors in the roles.
Yeah, if they don't do it here.
We hope they use the English dub actors for the series, and that will be absolutely awesome.
Right.
So,
and last thing, don't age Shinra up to be a grown man or something, because then
that will take away from the whole
yeah,
story.
because we've already done that with Promise Neverland. If you already know, that's going to become a live action movie in the winter of this year, and before they even announce the date, they've already changed stuff with the adaptation. The kids are older, so now you won't even have the people that were doing the voice in English doing the dub, because now they won't fit. So you kind of
probably won't be dubbed.
Right, and so you're kind of messing with the story by messing with the ages, because it all centers around all these pieces.
Right. So if you've heard of Fire Force and you just haven't had a chance to watch it, or if you have watched this series and you absolutely love it like we do, please let us know in the comments below. If you watched this series and you stopped like a faction of people did because of the fan service, you really should give it a try and go back, because toward everywhere from about 3/4 of the series on, there is no fan service. It completely disappears, and the show stays focused on the different arcs that are in it.
Right.
Probably the last 8 to 9 episodes, we've seen absolutely no fan service, and it was weird because in the beginning we were seeing it, but after it's gone, you don't miss it. You're not looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
They really are focusing on the story. So if you did stop watching it, give it a try, and if you won't, then tell us, what makes you reluctant to give this show another try in the comments below.
Right, and be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get updates on more Paws On Animation podcasts.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Oscar Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.
And reporters sitting flashing lights, trying to walk around, man, who the hell are you? What you wanna do? Well, man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. With her in my dreams, she was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket, give it to you later on in the phone.